Oh, I remember what I wanted to do. I wanted to do a pizza tier list because Cardyn did a pizza tier list. And I wanted to do one.
Pizza time.
Okay, let's start with the ones I don't know, actually. So, I don't know Blaze Pizza. What the fuck is Blaze Pizza? I'm gonna rely on you guys to help me with the ones I don't know. I don't know what Blaze Pizza is. I assume that you have to be fucking, like, blazed in order to enjoy the pizza. Blaze is great, very custom, but personal. Never. It's like mod pizza. What's mod pizza? What? Wait, Leggy, what's mod pizza? What is mod pizza as well? Lower price, they don't give you enough food, but other than that, Blaze is okay. All right, we'll just put rather not then. We'll put rather not. Rather not's gonna be the, I would rather do other pizzas. Okay, okay, now help me. Jets Pizza, better because that's a very bold slogan. Hello, Jets Pizza, better because that's lacking. I feel like Jets should be Y on that slogan alone. There's a Jets next door to you. It's delicious. Okay, so Sid says it's delicious. We could put it as sure thing if you think. Jets because you should generally. Jets is fantastic. You're a fan. Okay, I trust you guys. We'll put sure thing in there then. These might be better. I'm gonna write these down and one day find them. We could put it in heck yeah. All of you are saying it's super good, so we could put it in heck yeah. That's fine. Deep dish is an abomination. Deep dish can be great, but deep dish is a casserole on a pizza. It depends how you make it. So like my deep dish recipe, I do it in the traditional pizza fashion. I don't do it the way where like the one I saw where it's like crust, cheese, crust, sauce, and then toppings. I hate that. I fucking hate that. I don't like it. I do my deep dish normal pizza way. It's deep dish style breading, and then it's sauce and cheese and pepperoni. It's like normal, but just the crust is just the deep dish part. Marco's. I've never had Marco's pizza. And any of you Marco's pizza people? Marco's is quite good, all right? Marco's is mid. Ooh. Marco's sends you enough coupons that I get it occasionally. It's better than average chains. Okay, well, I feel like this is good then. It could be between Blaze and Jet, unless anybody thinks that's offensive. Old Chicago Pizza. I've never had that brand before. I am aware of Chicago deep dish style pizza, but I've never had Old Chicago Pizza. It's good. Old Chicago Pizza is good. Above quality. All right. You know what? Wait, I have a better idea. What if we get rid of these ones that I've never had, and I only do the ones that I've actually had? That sounds good to me.
Know your fucking place, trash.
Okay, Sbarro's. Sbarro's is Y for me. I've never been like, wow, I want Sbarro's pizza. I know Sbarro's for being always linked with like Arby's or a gas station. Mall pizza. It's better than Chuck E. Cheese, that's for sure. Well, I'm putting Sbarro as Y. Like if I was at a gas station and I saw Sbarro, I've never seen a Sbarro's in the mall, but to be fair, I don't think I've ever gone to like a food court in a mall except like the Mall of America one time because it's overpriced and filled with crappy food. But Sbarro, I have seen Sbarro in like an Arby's gas station mix once, and I'm like, why would I ever get Sbarro's? I would rather go and get like a Lunchable. I would rather go get like a Lunchable or something, or like a bag of pretzels, like literally almost anything. Oh my god, California. I've had the California pizza once, and I didn't like it. I'd say rather not. California pizza, I think it tries to be like an upper class fancy pizza, and it's not there. It's just not. It pretends, it tries. Domino's! We'll put Domino's as S tier. No, why Domino's? Okay, so here's my story, and I talked about this with Cardyn, and this is what we've decided. I have had bad Domino's before, 100%. I have had Domino's that had like crappy burnt cheese. I had one that like had no, I was like, I would like extra cheese, and there was like no cheese on it. I've had bad Domino's. However, I have been in the same area for quite some time, and I have a little Domino's. They're the only place that delivers to where I live, okay? They're the only place that delivers to where I live, and they are really nice. Every single time the pizza is really great, and there was only one time, the entire time that I ever ordered, where it was not what I ordered, and I called them, and they apologized. They brought me the pizza I wanted, and And then we're like, do you like lava cakes? And I was like, yeah, they're fine. Why? And he's like, oh, we're gonna give you complimentary lava cakes. We're so sorry for the mix-up. I didn't have to ask her anything, and they just gave me free shit. So because of that, they get S tier. My locals Domino's is super sweet, and they're really nice, and I like them. So they deserve S tier from me. They have always been really sweet and nice to me. CC's Pizza. I'll put... Sure thing. These are really dumb category names. I'm sorry. Yeah, so CC's for me is like, it's okay, I guess. If you're on a budget and you're really hungry, CC's is a good pizza place. Because can't you... It's been forever since I've been to a CC's. But like, I think the last CC's I've been to was like in Colorado. But I think you can like, what, you pay like 10 or $5-ish, $8, I don't know. And then you can have as much pizza as you want. So for that, I think it's cheap okay. Does it taste great? Nah, but like if you're on a budget and you're really hungry and you want some pizza, why not? Also, sometimes they have like really fun ones. They had one that had like macaroni on a pizza. I thought that was interesting. Hungry Howie's. So I have a love-hate it's not even love. I have a like-hate relationship with Hungry Howie's. Hungry Howie's is like a mid-tier pizza place. Their biggest thing is that you can customize the crust, where you can like request what type of like additives you want to like the crust of the pizza. So you can have like a garlic powder mix or an Asiago cheese or butter or some herbal mix. They have a bunch of different ones. And so you're like, oh, that sounds really cool, but they're all sort of mid. Like none of them are that great. So I don't really like Hungry Howie's. They're okay. They're not cheap though. So they're okay. I think Hungry Howie's quality is overall better than CC's, but CC's is way cheaper. And so I think value-wise, CC's goes above Hungry Howie's. That's my determination. You were kicked out of CC's when you were a kid for eating too much pizza. Oh my God, all these pizza horror stories. Okay, Godfather's Pizza. I have a funny story about Godfather's Pizza. When I was small, there was a Godfather's Pizza in my town, but it was right next to a local place that specialized in thin crust pizza. Like imagine like the local with a specialized local thin crust pizza. And so I was always sort of bummed as a kid because I would always want to try the Godfather's Pizza, but we'd always go to the local place instead because it was way better than Godfather's Pizza. I love thin crust pizza, but that's because I like crunchy things. So thin crust, crunchy pizza. I think Godfather's is below Hungry Howie's. Pizza Hut. All right, Pizza Hut is in like what you get what you pay for tier, but I think it's above CC's. No, Pizza Hut goes into sure tier. You wanna know why Pizza Hut goes into the sure tier? Because Pizza Hut to me tastes like childhood pizza. When you are hungover, if you're hungover or you have the munchies or something, Pizza Hut is like the Taco Bell of pizzas. It's not great, but it's not awful. It's just, it's there for you when you want pizza. Yeah, those childhood hangovers. Yeah, exactly. Which is ironic because a lot of people are like, yeah, Pizza Hut they're like, oh, I love their breadsticks or their stuffed crust. I hate stuffed crust.
You what?
I hate stuffed crust because I've never had a good stuffed crust. And I also hate their breadsticks. Their breadsticks are shit. I'm sorry. Domino's has Parmesan bread twists and they're way better than Pizza Hut's breadsticks. I'm so sorry. It's facts. It's just so much better. I said, Domino's Parmesan twists are way better than Pizza Hut breadsticks. Pizza Hut breadsticks remind me of somebody who made breadsticks and they left them outside for 24 hours and then you go to eat them. That's what they taste like to me. Maybe it's my Pizza Hut. Maybe the Pizza Hut, I don't even think it's my Pizza Hut because they don't deliver to me, so whatever. But the closest Pizza Hut to me, I've ordered Pizza Hut before to try it. A friend was visiting and they wanted Pizza Hut, so I was like, sure. So we got Pizza Hut. And like the pizza was fine. It wasn't great, it wasn't fine. But the breadsticks, they were like, breadsticks. I was like, these are shit. These are not good. These taste like they're a day old. Like somebody forgot about them and it's like, oh, we should really get rid of these. And they put them in our box. That's what it tasted like. I'm so sorry. I'm sorry to let you down with the pizza. Look, Pizza Hut is in the sure tier though. I don't like their breadsticks and I don't like the stuffed crust, but their regular pizza is fine. It's definitely got it's got its place. Time and place for sure. Papa Murphy's. I've had Papa Murphy's. I got like a 5,000 coupons from Papa Murphy's one. No, that was Papa John's, not Papa Murphy's. Papa Murphy's had to take and cook. I'm gonna put no. I've never been like, I want Papa Murphy's. I've never said, let's do Papa Murphy's. But it's great frozen. Why? Because I can make my own pizza. Why would I drive to fucking Papa Murphy's for them to hand me a pizza that I have to fucking bake myself? I would much rather either get a frozen pizza that'll be 10 times cheaper than their pizzas, or just make my own pizza. Also, isn't Papa Murphy a shit person? Like, I think, wasn't Papa Murphy a shit person? I believe I remember somewhere with him being a shit person. It's Papa John's, it's Papa John's. Okay, Papa John's, I'm coming for you next. Because he's racist. Also, Papa Murphy's needs to change their names, because I confused them with Papa John.
What? Bro, what are you talking about, man?
I don't like Papa Murphy's that much. I would say no. I'm sorry to upset all of you Papa Murphy's fans. I'm really sorry. Sorry. I just don't, I wouldn't. I would either go to a place that will already have the pizza ready for me, or I would get my own frozen pizzas and then save them, or I would just make my own pizza. I have to compare everything in my list here, okay? Like, Cece's is not, Cece's pizza doesn't taste better than Hungry Howie's in my opinion, but it is above Hungry Howie's because I am weighing the price as well. It's an all-rounder thing. Like, the price as well is also valid. At least put it in sure. No, I would never, I've had Papa Murphy's like 1 or 2 times. I would never get Papa Murphy's. Fine, I'll put Papa Murphy's if I must. I'll put it above Godfather's, how's that? There. If I must. We did it, chat. All right, Papa John's is a no for me. I've never been wild about Papa John's. Papa John's gave me like 5,000 coupons one time because they messed up my order, but I don't know. Their dessert, if I remember right, they had like a dessert, I think, like a brownie or something, and that was okay. But the pizza itself, whatever. Time for Little Caesars. I have tried Little Caesars now, okay? Granted, Little Caesars I had to go to was an express in a gas station. Okay? I think you get what you pay for. I was actually surprised. I was very surprised. It was not awful. Was it chewy the moment it turned cold? Yes, it was chewy, and that was a little bit of alarming, but I didn't hate it. I didn't hate it. So the Little Caesars, I could have drove to get Little Caesars from like an actual Little Caesars place, but I've had to drove like 25 miles or minutes or something away. So I found there was an express Little Caesars near me. I was like, oh, that's I'll go to the express. And here it was like the Little Caesars in a gas station that said, make sure you eat by 11:50. And I bought it, and it was 12:30 when I got home, and I started eating it. It was also $8. Thank you. I just want you to know it was not fucking below $5 or whatever bullshit you guys fed me. It was $8. It was not $5. It was awful. Everybody's like, oh, but Little Caesars is so cheap. And I was like, no, I could have ordered a Domino's pizza delivered to my place for $8. It was hilarious because I was eating this with Cardyn, and I was like, oh, you know, I got the thin crust, by the way, because that was the only, they had a thin crust and deep dish. They didn't have a regular crust. So Cardyn and I agreed that we would order like what we would normally like. So I went thin crust, pepperoni, just, you know, there was only 2 options because they didn't make it. It was either that or I don't remember, the meat lovers. I was like, nah, we'll do pep. That's the only one. So I had the thick crust one. Here's my tier list. Accept it. I still think Papa Murphy's is overhyped. I still think you guys are silly with your Papa Murphy's thing, but it's fine. Yeah, the Little Caesar. Again, talking about Little Caesar. Okay, so I'm eating this with Cardyn, and I'm like, she was later in getting her pizza than I was, and so I was eating it. I'm like, yeah, I know, it's, you know, surprisingly good. I could totally see myself eating. I always have like the hangover test, and I'm like, if I would eat it like to get over a hangover, it passes. And so I was like, yeah, I would eat this to get over a hangover, or if like a friend ordered it, I'd be down, it'd be fine. I'm really not that picky when it comes to like, if it's in the food group I like, I'm usually not that picky. And so I was like, yeah, that's fine. You know, it's you know, the crust was crispy. I crunched the crust. I was trying to say like nice positive things. Cardyn comes back with her Domino's and just shits on Domino's. Really, there was nothing good about this pizza coming off the cup. And then I was just like, oh, well, there's some good things. I was like, oh, okay. And then I'm like, oh, all right. Well, if we're gonna just start shitting on the pizza right away, then excuse me. Okay, then I will not hold back. Then I'd be like, all right. Well, then if we're being real, this pizza, the moment it went room temperature, the crust turned doughy. The outside crust was the only real good part because it had that little crunch. As soon as it got to the center, it was not good. The cheese was really fake tasting cheese. It was not good cheese. It was shit cheese. It was bad cheese. Pepperoni, it was fine. I have no comment because it had no flavor. And there was also like no sauce on it. There was hardly any sauce. I mean, if you have a bad Domino's, you have a bad Domino's, right? So my pizza was from a gas station. So my expectations were rock bottom. I went into this being like, if I can eat it, thumbs up for me. Thumbs up for me if I can eat it. I feel like that's my, yeah. Gas station, I could eat it. Perfect. Great. One of these days I'll have to actually go to the Little Caesars place in the town over and buy it to give it a real test.
Fish on me, there's a fish on you. A fish in the tube, so let's eat fish stew. Fishy take my mane, fishy slurp my tea. Fishy jump in frame, and fishy love to